On June 7th, 2014, deputies responded to National Medical Center reference to a shooting that occurred at Oliver and Hall Street, which is known as the Horseshoe. In the shooting, 2 individuals were shot, one being Rayshawn Cowan, who was shot multiple times. He did survive, and also Brandon Willingham, who was shot once, and an autopsy was performed, and he did die as a result of the injuries that he received from that gunshot. In the street, we did find several items of evidence, 9mm shell casings, 4 of them, I believe. We were able to take several blood swabs from the scene as well. I spoke with Rayshawn Cowan at the hospital, and he said that he and several of his friends were hanging out. They saw a silver box-type vehicle circle the horseshoe, and when the vehicle came up to the stop sign that led into the horseshoe where they were standing, someone in the vehicle opened fire on them, shooting him and his friend, Brandon Willingham. He said others in the area helped them into the car and took them to the hospital after that happened. He didn't see who shot at him. One day, the following day, I spoke with the victim, Brandon Willingham's father, Kelly Willingham, and he said that he was contacted by a subject who he knew as David. He said that David told him that he was in the vehicle that night, that his son was killed, and that he didn't have anything to do with it. He said that he was riding with a guy named Royres, and the guy who was driving the car went by the name of T. And he wanted to let him know that he didn't have anything to do with it. We did find David Bennett. Had fled to New York out of very safe. I went to New York and interviewed David, and he says on the night of the incident that he and his buddy T were at a house on East Market Street who was the family of Royres Patterson. He and T decided to go to buy some drugs. They got into the car, and they said Royres jumped in the car as well to go with them and got in the front passenger seat. They started down the road, and Royres told them that if they wanted drugs, they could go down to the horseshoe and get anything down there. So Royres directed T where to turn because T wasn't familiar with the area, so he directed him how to get to the horseshoe. And he said they pulled around one end of the horseshoe and drove all the way around, and as they got to the stop sign, he said he recognized one of his friends out there who would be Rayshawn Cowan. He said he started to get out of the car, and when he did, Royres and I wanted to open fire on everybody in the crowd. David said he jumped back in the car, and T left the area. They went back to Market Street and dropped off Royres, at which point Royres told him not to say anything about what just happened. And Royres went up to his brother, Anthony Patterson, who had been shot earlier in the day on a separate incident, and started telling him that he got the guys that had shot him. So Royres Patterson did turn himself into the sheriff's office, and he was interviewed, but he denied any involvement in this incident. At that time, that's the state's case. We don't have a weapon right now. The shell cases and the projectiles removed from the victims will be sent to Greenville to be tested, but as of right now, we don't have results on any of that.
Has anyone provided you with any information as to where a possible weapon could be?
No, sir.
Did either, I believe you stated his name was Terrence?
Yes.
Mr. West or Mr. Bennett, either of them provide you with a description of Mr. Patterson, Royres Patterson?
Both picked him out of a photo.
Were you able to find the clothing items that were described to you? And Mr. West was charged with accessory as it relates to this case?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Bennett is not charged with anything?
As of right now, no.
As of right now, is he under investigation for any charges?
As of right now, I'm not looking to get any charges on any of that.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
I do find probable cause.